What's up, guys? So I wanted to try to do some more kind of long format content, specifically for the KD YouTube page to help kind of try to grow that a little bit and get more just informative content out to people and more interesting stuff for people to watch, not just like a super short reel where I'm like trying to sell you something. So I just got home from a night vision CQB class taught by Kinetic Consulting. The guy's name is John Dufresne, and I wanted to go over kind of just the kit that I used. Not going to get into what he taught at the class just because it's not my place, and also you should just go take his class if you're interested in that sort of like knowledge content, if you will, or something. And also, like, no two people are going to have the same takeaway from it. Like, my takeaways from it are going to be different from my buddy who does CQB on boats all the time in the Navy, and my buddy who this was the first time ever wearing night vision, not on a flat range, just blinking a couple of times, go, oh, cool, man, and like trying it out. So that's kind of the main thing. Like, I'm not going to get into that. I'm just going to get into the kit and stuff because I do think you should just go take one of the classes. John's super fun to be around, really, really good instructor. Every one of his classes I've taken, I've gotten a boatload of information and takeaways from it. And he's just a good guy. So anyways, we'll get into what I ran. This is my OG first ever Evolve I ever owned, E15, low serial number. Had this for a couple of years. It'll eat pretty much anything, and so I figured, well, let's try sims. I've never tried sims through it. This is a UTM based class, so I had my blue bolt. I have one of these blue cans on here. Absolute gimmick. It's literally a track baton with like a rubber gasket in it, but if we look here, you know, it's pretty much the same size as my RC2, and I wanted to keep myself honest with not like muzzling into doorways and shit like that. So blue can on there, Surefire Turbo, T2 on a castle mount. We did actually use white light a lot more than I thought we were going to. And then I've got my N-Gal and a Unity hot button. Little Knight's broom handle grip on here. The AOR1, the best camo in the world. Pharaoh Slingster. And I had a great time with this gun. No malfunction. Certain guns I've run with sims, it's kind of just like a shit show the whole time, and this thing ran great. So more points towards Evolve. And then for kit, I had to match my sling. So I ran my AOR1 FCPC. I have the Highcom 3S 15Ms in here. I wear a size medium. These plates are 2.1 pounds on a size medium, which is crazy, crazy good. Super comfortable, super light. I've got the SNS nav board on here. This patch, if you know, you know. There might be a KD Facebook group, and it's the only place you can get these, so check that out. Elastic placard. Here's the little poopy UTM mags. I always do 2 tourniquets on front and a Pharaoh roll 1 for medical on the back. I do have a radio pouch on here for my Hytera. Knew I wasn't going to be doing any comms at this class, so just figured might as well save the weight and be more comfortable. And a clutch part of this too is having the double QD. If I got too hot and had to take something off, or too cold and had to put a hoodie on, I can just dump this thing. It takes 2 seconds to get it off and on. So definitely love my FCPC. I have a couple of these. And then for helmet, for helmet, OpsCore Fast SF Ballistic. I don't know that I've changed my setup at all since like kind of the last video I did on this. I've got amps with the dynamic fuzz drip. I got these cool little Reese wrap things to kind of put a little pattern on my amp arms, cable keepers, the Licencia improved counterweight kit for my battery pack. I do have a glow in the dark name patch that says Max on there. It just can be helpful at classes, especially in like a night vision class. So it's not, hey guy, hey you, and everybody looking around, so you know, you can just see, oh, there, that's where Max is. That's why I have that. Probably the most clutch item of the weekend, and I think a really clutch thing to have on your helmet, whether it's the SNS Max mount or not, is some sort of dual head that you can do umbrella lighting with. So this one, I can never remember the name of the damn thing. One side's red, one side is IR. And we were using umbrella light a lot. The class was taught, and I want to say it was about 200,000 square feet, massive, massive Royal Caribbean cruise liner call center building that was abandoned. And we live in Oregon, so of course, tweakers went in and installed all the copper, so there's no power and really no ambient light at all. So going into like little hallways and smaller rooms, me being able to click on the IR Illum, 3 of us of our 4-man team had it, and it was super, super helpful. Everybody could always see what was going on, not necessarily have to like blast the laser, which as we know is not always the best safety practice, just wave your gun around, sims or not. So that was super helpful. We do have these available on the KD site. SNS Precision Max mount, and the Surefire Cam 1 is the dual head. That's white and IR. I actually have that on my other helmet. Then up front, G24 and the Irregulars Defense MRS V1 retention lanyard, and that's the helmet. And then of course, getting into night vision, I ran my PVS 31 alphas. These are like 2600 FOM, so no issue, even in the low light stuff. Kicking on the IR loom is super helpful. I actually typically run my day caps all the time, especially with like being in a team setting with other guys, other dudes running full power lasers, tons of windows and glass and that sort of thing. I kept those on to keep myself safe from shadow burns, just because they kind of stress me out a little bit. And then my buddy Dalton, he did amazing. He's never shot with night vision besides like 2-3 seconds when he's visiting town. We go out like, cool, let's go dump something in the front yard, like my MP5 or something with a can. So he ran the 1531s. He also ran an Evolve rifle because he was traveling from out of town. And I just figured to make it easier for him. So he ran a 12.5 pillow upper, the ones that were on Ironside arms, with a full power Raid XE, as well as a Castle Mountain T2, because it's one of my setups. So I just set it up as I would, but right-handed, switch-wise. So he ran the 1531s. Both great goggles, no wrong answer there. But anyway, that'll wrap this one up. Definitely let me know if you guys kind of enjoy or appreciate this type of content. I'm just trying to mix it up a little bit. And like I said, not just spoon feed you like, hey, buy this shit, it's on my website, and more so just like, I love to shoot, it's my passion. That's why I got into selling night vision and selling kit and stuff. And so I want to share like what things I like to use, and maybe somebody will pick something up from it. So I'll put Kinetic Consulting's website link in the description. John does a wide array of classes, whether it be handgun or rifle fundamentals. His Night Vision 1 class is phenomenal if you just bought tubes and kind of want to learn the ins and outs of how to really use them and apply your daytime shooting stuff with night vision on. And then the Night Vision CQB is just a blast. This was my second time taking the class. It has evolved so much since when I took it the first time 2 years ago. And there's just always new data to learn. And I met a lot of really, really fun people. So always good to have a good hang. So anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Try to come up with some more fun videos like this for you.